On the news tonight, FCT Minister maps out plans to finance ongoing projects in the territory. Long queues at the fuel station in and around the city center persist. Authorities assure quality products. And female students of government senior secondary school bag scholarship. A very good evening. Thanks for joining us on NTA5 News at 7. I am Miriam Amadi. To fulfill the mandate of building a world-class nation's capital city in line with the dream of its founding fathers, the FCT administration will borrow the sum of 200 billion from the Sukuk Fund to finance ongoing projects in the territory. FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello disclosed this during the inauguration of the Technical Committee on the proposed FCT issuance of Sukuk in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
Abuja, the nation's capital, has been witnessing high influx of people into the city, thereby overstretching the existing infrastructure and social amenities. With the resources available for development of the territory not matching the infrastructural need, the FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello says there is the need to seek for an alternative source of funding outside the statutory allocations to finance the completion of some ongoing projects.
We needed to rehabilitate and expand some existing roads in the city, as well as open up some others to arrest traffic gridlocks along major roads within and around the city and the satellite towns.
If this 200 billion is just going to be a drop, but at least it's a step forward. And we have seen a lot of developments in the past 6 years.
For the 2022 Appropriation Act, by the special grace of God, if all this technical work and everything is concluded, it could form the financing item of the 2022 budget.
But I think for us the excitement is in then seeing the infrastructure. And then when we came out the second time, we had things to show people this is what we take with the money. And I believe that's what Nigerians are asking.
The terms of reference of the committee include to develop a framework for assessing the fund in the domestic capital market for financing infrastructure projects in the FCT, and to also prepare the budget estimate for the issuance of Sukuk, among others. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The long queues at the fuel station in the Federal Capital Territory is not a deliberate act to make life difficult for consumers, but rather part of efforts by the authorities to ensure quality and standard of the products are being supplied to the market. Zonal Director Nigeria Mainstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority made this disclosure while monitoring some fuel stations in the FCT. Hawagimba tells us more in this situation report.
In the last 4 days in the Federal Capital Territory, there has been an unusual queue of vehicles at fuel stations, while some stations are not dispensing. Our camera team caught up with the Zonal Director of Nigerian Mainstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Mrs. Roslyn Weke, who was on ground monitoring the exercise. Mrs. Weke gave assurance that the authority is doing everything possible to get the product to the markets.
We want to appeal to the public to bear with us. We are doing everything possible to make sure that more products are getting into Abuja to alleviate their sufferings.
Some motorists who have been on queue for hours say they appreciate the efforts of the government in ensuring that the adulterated products are retrieved from circulation.
We are thankful to the DPR for intervening. They have come and checked that there is about 60,000 liters, and it is enough to share, but with the adulterated with it, we can wait, and we are happy that they came to inspect.
Meanwhile, motorists who are impatient, causing gridlock in each fuel stations, are warned by the Federal Road Safety, who are out to prevent such obstruction on the major roads in and around the city center. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Permanent Secretary Ecological Project Office Habiba Lawa says 2015 to date has witnessed more commitment in the delivery of ecological projects approved by the Buhari administration across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. She started this when course 15 participants of the National Institute for Security Studies visited for knowledge seeking. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
40 participants of Course 15, led by the Deputy Commandants of the National Institute for Security Studies, as part of their training requirement, are visiting the Ecological Project Office to learn about the agency in connection with the thematic focus of their program: global climate change, prospects and priorities for economic development and conflict resolutions in Africa. The interaction exposed the participants to how much government has shown commitment and consistency to addressing the challenges, utilizing the 1% Ecology and Derivation Fund to the benefit of Nigerians.
Effects of climate change are therefore widespread, affecting agriculture, energy, human health, terrestrial and marine ecosystems, water resources, and some industries across the world, most especially our continent.
Have local governments attending to local ecological problems and state governments attending to state ecological problems. Then the federal level will just be complementary. And then the pressure that we have as the EPO handling projects into tunes of billions of naira wouldn't have been the case.
Climatic challenge across the world has to do with the ecology of the environment. So we wanted to have a forehand knowledge about the functions of the Ecological Project Office, and we are very satisfied with it.
The interaction also fielded questions on the milestone achievements, as well as project execution and operational functions of the Ecological Project Office under the supervision of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration is set to commence beautification and tree planting along Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Expressway. Senior Special Assistant on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement to FCT Minister Ikarata disclosed this during an advocacy visit to Sanka community. Onozo Yakubu tells us more.
To ensure sanity in the nation's capital, the FCT administration is committed to clean up all the gateways to the capital city. And Sauka community, one of the strategic settlements along the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Expressway, has some contraventions which needed to be addressed.
The appeal is for them to buy into the minister's vision to clean the airport road corridor, beside the fact that he is also keen to clean other parts of the city here. So we come on advocacy. We've been coming here before the minister had come severally. We are coming here and we are appealing. Nobody loves to bring out the machine. If what the youth did today is sustained, the machine will only come to come and level ground for them and everybody will go on smiling. But if it's not sustained, then the machine will come here and work like a machine.
Meanwhile, youth from Sauka community have commenced enforcement and removal of some illegal structures like the makeshift markets along the roadside that constitute nuisance and serving as criminal hideouts.
The structure given to us, we're going to do it, inshallah. Whether you like it or not, we'll shift you there. We'll shift you to that place. Because we are the youth, and you came here and met us, and we're the one that even say, okay, put your structure here and manage and get something to eat. If truly you want to continue eating in Soka, you should obey the rules and the regulation of Soka.
The cleanup exercise the tax team maintain will be sustained. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
3 female students of Government Senior Secondary School, Season 3, have bagged a whole section scholarship for winning the Skills Outside School Foundation in the competition. Hadiza Ibuni reports that the contest is in collaboration with Tongal Entrepreneurship Group in commemoration of International Day of Women and Girls in Science.
5 government senior secondary schools in the Federal Capital Territory participated in the competition, where the students displayed their various science projects. Board Chair of Skills Outside School Foundation, while presenting prizes to the winners, said the organization will train teachers and students of the school on entrepreneurship programs.
It was extremely important for us that we focused on women in line with the SDGs, as you know, of gender equality, but also encouraging more young girls to go into science, technology, engineering, and math, which is an area that women often get underrepresented in, and we wanted to encourage that very much. Although our services, as the two organizations, SOSF and Tungsten, supports all genders, for this particular one, I think we really wanted to make a statement that it's important to focus on girls, it's important to show that young women are capable, they can do amazing things, and that we should support them.
The students say the competition has enabled them to see themselves in different light, adding that with determination, they can make giant stride in life.
We decided to recycle tires into chairs to avoid escape of chemicals into the air, ground and water, and to stop climate change and global warming.
Okay. Bring an idea that we should pick a purple paint to represent our school, which is our skirt, which is purple. That's how the idea came from. Each one of us, we combine it and make out the chair.
And you're able to come up. The fact remains very obvious that girls are naturally shy. They don't want to come out. But right now, we are even planning to do a program in my school, which we have started. We are working on it, to give both the boys and the girls equal rights.
The organizations are optimistic that if every Nigerian child has a skill, it will yield positive development for the growth of the country's economy. Hadiza Ebune, NTA News.
Now to latest on COVID-19 figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC as of 15th February 2022 indicates 0 new case of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands at 28,289, while active cases now 204, and the number of discharged cases stands at 27,837, and 248 deaths have been recorded in the FCT.
The whole sensational world of Glow, now accessible through one code, *777#.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. It the form say sabi. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Now sports. UEFA Champions League returns tonight with round of 16 fixtures across Europe. Details with Jubaida Abdulaziz.
Former Manchester United striker Michael Owen has predicted the outcome of Wednesday's Champions League round of 16 fixtures. Inter Milan will host Liverpool at San Siro in the Champions League in the first leg tie. Bayern Munich will face Red Bull Salzburg in an away Champions game. Providing his predictions, Owen told Bet Victor that Bayern have been in strange form this season and they have looked brilliant at times, as good as anybody in Europe. But they also lost some bizarre games like the 4-2 loss to Bochum at the weekend. Meanwhile, Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo will leave Old Trafford this summer if interim manager Ralf Rangnick continues as the Red Devils manager. This claim was made by former Manchester United star Paul Ince. Elsewhere, Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti has confirmed that four-time Champions League winner Gareth Bale would leave Santiago Bernabeu at the end of the season when his contract with the club expires. This was disclosed by football transfer expert Fabrizio Romano in a tweet via his Twitter handle on Monday ahead of Real Madrid's Champions League round of 16 first leg tie tonight with PSG. With Sports Brief, Zubaida Abdulaziz.
And on that, we conclude the English news. Remember to keep safe and observe all COVID-19 safety protocols. That's the news translation in local languages. Next, stay with us.
Wize ko kwa we wona na iwo abada pepepe nje bijisasi isha ndaje zuma oniye wagwa gnayi na bai ami anugbetu apimia shi aye nanu okinzinna no na baje okinzinna shi nda aweshi oneze yakubu nwale shi ba wobe na badai wagnaga okinzinna baku gbedogunfi mbani yeba shi abawe no abamu adwe nlo billion taji ngun aba na bai azo atutujin no ala yajin minita okinzinna Mohammed Musa Bello wone dade nsai wobe jin wo fi gbedogunye nchei gbedogun ko ekoni kwa mu ajwe ga gwamnati no gbedogun ajwe ya na yiko ga school foundation yayin a shinje ami matanya nanu okinzinna ko to wulege ajin ajin akpunun ko ayege to azawo ko fafa no azansan baun ama agnabe sepenya baganga bayege abwa omumanenu nanu okinzinna antigana omunukwe nkuga kulo ginko hawa jimba nwale sheba wobe na beda wagenge aza adnagban mba dabo nsepaye awo bane dade nsai mbe fun sheba nche no amokunba nanu okinzinna gnabe sepenya na yo Roslyn Wakis waganga sepaye ko mpache na mona nalo kwajege aku omumanai bwa nanu okinzinna shoko kunche ntigana gbaza mbedai wachige asa nshwa lami tuto ajin ashian kmaya pa abi ayin koza ayepe zan lo ngun ata no ayepe zan ayatian wuse peje ngun ataya baku jin apusenugba no gbeyi abwa tutunjian mbaye lejin Hadiza Ebune wale sheba wobe na bedai wagan ntige baku jin agnabie no agbeyi baye ala ajiwe chebasaya no agbaba no ayepe zanba eye buyiyan wenga gbedogun na wado tintinjian no ayiko na pabu igbege tongstoyin bajin yejiye aipa impei ayiko kasayambo bedo no abi akoyin no ize nkoyin abo babwa wolela no saizu
masu kallar da sauraron mu barkanmu da warhaka a takaice kamar yadda aka saba ga fassarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Domin cimma burin gina babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja kamar yadda 'yan mazan jiya waɗanda suka zana tasawirar birnin suka so ya kasance. Hukumar raya birnin tarayya za ta aro zunzurutun kuɗi daga wata hukuma naira biliyan 200 a yi aikin. Wakilinmu Oneze Yakubu ya kawo mana rahoto cewa ministan Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello shine ya bayyana haka a yayin kaddamar da kwamitin da zai aro kuɗin a nan Abuja, inda aka tattauna muhimman batutuwa. An bayyana samuwar dogon layin jiran sayan man fetur da ake ci gaba da fuskanta a nan birnin Abuja a matsayin wani kokari da hukumomin da ke da ruwa da tsaki ke yi na tabbatar da kai mai kyau kasuwa, inda ba wani abu da aka shirya da niyyar gallazawa ko azabtar da masu sayan man ba. Wakiliyar Hauwa Gimba ta shaida mana cewa daraktan gunduma ta hukumar da ke kula da sha'anin man fetur ta ƙasa, Rosalyn Wilkie, ita ce ta bayyana haka ga manema labarai a lokacin da ta kai ziyarar gani da ido wasu gidajen man da ke nan birnin Abuja. An ɗauki nauyin karatun 'yan mata 3 ɗaliban makarantar sakandaren Wuse da ke Zone 3 na zangon karatu ɗaya bayan da suka lashe gasar ɗalibai ta makarantu da wata gidauniya ta shirya. Wakiliyar Hadiza Ibne ta rawaito mana cewa an shirya gasar ne a matsayin ɗaya daga cikin shagulgulan bikin tunawa da ranar manyan mata da yaran mata masu nazari a ilimin kimiyya ta duniya, ranar da aka keɓe ta musamman domin nuna muhimmancin ilimin kimiyya ga 'ya'ya mata tare da jawo hankalin jinsin mata zuwa ilimin kimiyya don fa'idantuwa da shi, inda matan makarantu da yawa suka fafata a gasar. Abin da ya sauka kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Ekele m gị n'ịnọnyere anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Tọọ ntị n'ala nara anyị akụkọ anyị jiri bịa n'uhuruchi a. N'iji hụ na ewuru isi ala anyị na ụdị a chọrọ ka ọ dịrị ma mee ka ọ dị etu ndị chọpụtara ya siri chọọ, Oneze Yakubu wetara akọ na gọọmenti isi ala anyị ga-agbazite ọnụego dị $200 site n'aka otu a na-agbazi ego akpọrọ Sukuk Fund. Minista n'isi ala anyị Muhammad Musa Bello mekwara ka anyị mata na ha na-eme nke a n'ihi ọtụtụ ndị na-abata n'isi ala anyị bụ ndị ihe owuwu dị n'isi ala anyị na-enweghị ike ịbata ha. Ikwu na ahịrị rue ogologo oge iji zụta mmanụ eji akwọ ụgbọala n'isi ala anyị abụghị nke eleziri anya were mee, kama ọ bụ maka mbọ a na-agba iji hụ na emepụtara mmanụ eji akwọ ụgbọala bụ nke bụ ịgba ma resi ndị mmadụ. Hauwa Gimba wetara akụkọ na onye isi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka mmanụ ụgbọala Rosalyn Wilkie, mgbe ọ na-eme njem ọrụ ileba anya na ihe kpatara ọtụtụ ndị anaghị ere mmanụ ụgbọala, mere ka anyị mata na ndị isi na ihe banyere nke a na-agba ọbara ike ha ịhụ na mmanụ ụgbọala batara n'ahịa na-atụfughị oge. Ụmụ akwụkwọ ndị nwaanyị 3 n'ụlọ akwụkwọ sekọndịrị isi ala anyị dị na Wuse Zone 3 achụrụla ugo na asọmpi ha mere maka sayensị bụ nke ha ga-agụ akwụkwọ n'efu ruo 1 afọ. Hadiza Ibune wetara akụkọ na nke a bụ ihe otu akpọrọ Tungsten Entrepreneurship Competition jiri merụwe emume ụbọchị ụmụ nwaanyị na ụmụaka ndị nwaanyị, ebe onye isi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka iwepụta ihe ọhụrụ bụ onye nnọchitere anya minista bụ aka na-achị steeti Abuja kọwakwara uru sayensị bara. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ọgwụla aka ọha anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Ndewo.
kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Bọ́lá Chimati ni oníròyìn. Láti mú ìran àwọn baba ńlá wa ṣẹ fún ìlú Àbújá kí ìlú Àbújá rí àgbéga tó bá tàgbáyé mu, ìjọba ìlú Àbújá yóò yá 200 bílíọ̀nù náírà nínú ètò owó Sukuk láti lò fún àwọn iṣẹ́ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn ìlọsẹ̀ Yakubu ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Muhammadu Musa Bello ló gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún kalẹ̀ níbi ìfilọ́lẹ̀ àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ alábẹ́sẹ́kẹ́lé tí yóò ṣiṣẹ́ lórí bí ìjọba ìlú Àbújá yóò fi ní àǹfààní fún àṣeyọrí ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún ní Àbújá. Ọ̀pọ̀ ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n ń tò sórí ìlà láti nǹkan bí ọjọ́ mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn ní àwọn ilé epo ní ìlú Àbújá kì í ṣe ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí ó wáyé tàbí ohun àmọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ṣe, bí kò ṣe wípé àwọn aláṣẹ ń fẹ́ kí ohun èlò tó pójú owó wọlé tí ó sì bá ìgbà mu. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àwágímbà ròyìn wípé olùdarí ẹ̀ka ètò àmójútó epo rọ̀bì ìyáàfin Roslyn Wiki ló gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún kalẹ̀ lásìkò tí alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa ṣe alábàápàdé rẹ̀. Ó ṣe àfikún wípé wọ́n ń ṣe ohun gbogbo dájú láti rí i wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún yanjú kí epo sì dé ọwọ́ àwọn oníṣòwò. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mẹ́rin ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ girama ti ìjọba tó ń bẹ ní Wuse ẹ̀ka kẹta jẹ àǹfààní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ fún ọdún kan gbáko. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àdísà Ebù ní ìròyìn wípé àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀hún gbégbá orókè nínú ìdíje tí àjọ tọ́ǹtìn pawọ́pọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ fún ayẹyẹ àwọn obìnrin àti àwọn ọ̀dọ́mọbìnrin nínú ètò ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀. Adélé olùdarí iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ lórí ètò ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ àti ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Deborah Rugbe ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀. Bákan náà ó mẹ́nuba ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti yà kalẹ̀ fún ètò ọ̀hún. Ìdún kò pọ̀ ṣíún ní ọbẹ̀ oge títí ìwòye ọ̀la Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ̀ wá.